Hey guys, Mike from blindsonline.com. I'd like to show you how to install your mini or micro blind. Okay, so when your blind arrives from the factory, you're going to get a few different pieces in the package. So be sure and look through that package thoroughly to make sure you have all the parts that come with it. The first thing that we're going to need are the mounting brackets. Okay, there is a left side and a right side bracket. Left side, little door opens and you have your opening on the left side. Right side has your opening on the right side. Okay, so these brackets are going to be what holds the blind in place. And if we're mounting outside the window frame, we're going to mount that bracket either to the wood molding, just like so, or if you don't have molding, you're going to mount it directly to the wall. Okay, just by simply screwing the provided screws directly into these little holes, 90 degrees to the wall. Okay. Today we're going to actually mount this blind inside the frame, but I wanted to show you that before we went ahead and did that. Take your screw gun, or if you're old school, just get your screwdriver and drill a couple holes. Bring that mounting bracket up to the front of the window casing, just like so it's nice and even with the front of the casing. Your hole on the bottom of the bracket is large enough so that when you put your screw through it, you should be able to drill cleanly right through, up in, and that bracket will be supported by the screw that we provided for you. Okay, do the same thing on the opposite side. One screw, bring the bracket flush to the front of the frame, and drive that screw straight up, just like so. Okay, that's all there is to it. So your brackets are in place. Once your brackets are in place, grab hold of the blind, okay, and also your little mounting clips for the valance. These are your valance clips. There's a little back piece here that clips onto the headrail, like so. Okay, we're going to snap these in place so that make sure when you put them in that you're not interfering with any of the internal components of this blind. Okay, and for a blind this size we're going to use 3 brackets. 1, 2, and 3. Okay, much easier to do that before you actually install the blind into the brackets. Once you have those mounting clips in place, you can fit the top rail of the blind into the brackets, like so. Okay, make sure you don't get one of your top louvers caught in the bracket. That's a common occurrence. Okay, so put that blind inside the brackets, even it out so it's nice and even within the frame, and then just close the doors on the brackets, and that'll lock the blind in place. Okay, once your blind is in the brackets, you can lower the blind, make sure it fits properly, comes down to where you measured it to come, and your blind is installed. Now there is one more part to the installation. We need to install the wand. The wand is what you turn to open and close the louvers. Okay, that wand will come separate, just like you see it here. I'm going to pull the little protective cap off. This little red cap is there just for protective purposes. We'll get rid of that. We'll push up on this little plastic sleeve, this little clear sleeve. You have to push it all the way up, which exposes the hook. And then the little hole in the wand will connect to the hook. You'll pull down on the plastic sleeve, and that locks the wand in place. And the last part of the installation would be the installation of the valance. Okay, we send you a 2-slat valance, and it's clearly marked inside a little sleeve of plastic, and we package this separately so that it doesn't get damaged in transit, so be sure and keep an eye out for that. You can slide those slats right out of the plastic casing, and yes, there'll be 2 of them. These 2 slats will get installed right into the plastic clips that we've already installed on the top rail of the blind, and you can see they simply snap right into place. One on the bottom and one on the top. Okay, and that's just there to hide the top rail and the brackets so that you don't see any of the mounting mechanisms. Alright, even out the 2 slats so they're nice and even, and that is the completed product. Now, we do include with every order a cord cleat. Okay, the cord cleat is a little clear plastic cleat, and this is designed to keep the cords away from young children. Okay, so we're going to drill that cord cleat in a place that's out of reach, so don't put it too close to the bottom of the blind. We want this purposely to be in a place that young children can't reach it, so that as we pull the blind up, and the cord gets longer, we just want this to be sure this is nice and snug. Okay. As we pull up our blind and these cords become longer, we're able to take the cord and keep it away from young children. So that's the finishing touch. Don't forget that cord cleat. And that's how you'll install your mini or micro blind. I'm Mike from blindsonline.com, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call.